So now, welcome to my channel, everybody. In this episode, this video, I'm going to talk about the first ever WWE Smackdown that was live back all the way in 1999, April 29, 1999. Welcome to my WWE Smackdown Watch Review, the debut of Smackdown. Now, yes, Smackdown became a weekly show in late August, early September in 99. But the first real episode of SmackDown debuted on April 29th, 1999. 5 or 6 days after WWE Backlash. And this SmackDown told a lot about what recently happened on the past Raw and the Backlash that happened before Raw. So to refresh everybody's memory, at Backlash, at the end of the show, Stephanie McMahon was in a limo and Undertaker was the driver, and he's like, "Where to, Stephanie?" Kidnaps her, right? And the main event was The Rock and Austin having a rematch from WrestleMania. Shane McMahon cost The Rock the title by hitting him with the championship title. Austin gets the win. And the next night on Raw, The Rock blamed Shane McMahon for costing the title match, and then the corporation turns on The Rock, turning The Rock babyface. Later that night, with all the begging, Mr. McMahon was begging Austin for him to save Stephanie McMahon. Remember that night, Stephanie McMahon, in the main event segment, Stephanie McMahon, Undertaker, and not the corporate ministry, but the Ministry of Darkness, was there for the wedding that was going to take place between Undertaker and Stephanie McMahon. Obviously, some guys tried to stop it, like Big Show, Shamrock, and Mankind, but the Ministry of Darkness took him out. And all of a sudden, glass broke, and Austin's theme music hit, and Austin ran down the ring, took out the ministry, took Undertaker, untied Stephanie McMahon from the cross, and awkwardly Stephanie McMahon hugged Austin. Austin's like this, like shocked, not hugging her. She had her arms around him, but he didn't have his arms around her because she's a McMahon, right? Austin doesn't trust a McMahon, obviously. Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, any McMahon. So that was Raw. That was the main things of Raw that was going on. So for SmackDown, a lot of major things were going on. First, we have Miss McMahon and Stephanie McMahon come out to the ring, wanting to thanking Shamrock and Big Show, and even Steve Austin for helping them on Raw. Shane McMahon not the ministry, the corporation comes out to confront them both. Shane McMahon tells Mr. McMahon to leave and Stephanie McMahon to leave. They both leave. Shane McMahon, now in charge, announces that there'll be a tag team match in Austin and The Rock teaming up. Two guys that can't stand each other. How will they coexist against volunteers? Any volunteers? Triple H went like this. Shane McMahon said, "Triple H." And he's like, "Any other volunteers?" And all of a sudden, Undertaker's ministry music hits, and Undertaker's on the Jumbotron, blaming Austin for what happened on Monday Night Raw about ruining the mirror sacrifice between him and Stephanie McMahon, and not making him Triple H's tag team partner for the main event. So the main event is Rock and Austin versus Undertaker and Triple H. Now this will lead into something around the 30 to 35 minute mark of the show, but we're not quite there yet. Next is a match between Val Venus and Blue Blazer. Apparently Jeff Jarrett was looking for Owen. Val Venus is in the ring. Jeff Jarrett said, "No, I'll wrestle Val Venus." Remember, Jeff Jarrett and Owen were tag team partners at the time. As Val Venus is looking at Jeff Jarrett, the Blue Blazer comes in and attacks Val Venus. They have a match. Val Venus has Owen Hart in a snap suplex pin. Deborah is on top of the turnbuckle, distracting the referee, the puppy stuff. Jeff Jarrett gets in the ring, kicks Val Venus in the balls as he has Owen and Blue Blazer in the pin. Blue Blazer covers up Val, gets a 1, 2, 3. Okay, Velvetus leaves. All of a sudden, Godfather's music hits. Does Godfather and Velvetus scheduled to have a match with, I believe, Blue Blazer and Jeff Jarrett at Over the Edge, whatever, stuff like that. I'm not sure if it was Godfather versus Owen over the Edge, or it was a tag team match between Godfather and Velvetus versus Owen and Jeff Jarrett. I forgot. I know I watched the pay-per-view, and that's the tragic death of Owen Hart happened over Edge. And over Edge, rest in peace to Owen. Let's get back to the show. Enough about that. So Godfather comes out to confront Jeff Jarrett, Deborah, and Owen. Jeff Jarrett, Deborah, and Owen. Yep. Godfather gets the upper hand, but eventually the numbers were too strong. Owen and Jeff Jarrett were able to take out Godfather. Jeff Jarrett was able to hit him. I forgot what he did. And Owen gave him a nice spinning wheel kick, and that was that. And, Velvetus, when he left, there were Nicole Bass, rest in peace to Nicole Bass. 240, 6'4", according to Michael Cole. Michael Cole and Jim Cornette were the commentators for the announce team for this SmackDown. She's smitten with Val. Val's has nothing to do with her. Once away, and she follows him. Right? Okay. So next we have, I'm not going exactly order. So next we have backstage interview with Kane and X-Pac, right? So we don't know where Kane's mind at. You don't know what Kane's thinking, right? So they went back to Raw. They show Kane being bloodbath by the Brood. Kane chokes them, X-Pac, over the barricade. You couldn't see who it was. Then the ring a little bit later on, chokes them X-Pac again. X-Pac's like, where's Kane's head at? They have a match against the New Age Outlaws, Billy Gunn, and Bulldog later tonight, tag team match. And that was that. Next we have Big Show versus Tess. Now this match was 2 minutes. Big Show won with the chokeslam. Big Bossman comes out to beat up Tess. And Big Show was leaving. Big Show runs back, scares off the Big Boss Man. And Bossman has a match later on with Mankind. And Big Show, Tess, Mankind, and Shamrock, I believe the week after, or a couple weeks later, formed shortly lived group The Union, led by Vince McMahon. Next, we have a match between Draws and D'Lo Brown. And Draws tragically is paralyzed from the accident between him and D'Lo. It's good that he's doing good. He's doing well. He's in good spirits. Doesn't blame D'Lo Brown at all. It's an accident. But this is different. Draws is being accompanied by Albert, the head trainer of the Performance Center, Matt Bloom. And D'Lo was being accompanied by Ivory. D'Lo won the match, but they started to attack D'Lo after the match. They wanted to pierce him. Ivory went to the back, gets sexual chocolate Mark Henry. And they recognize D'Lo Brown. So, now we get to Rock. Comes out to the ring. Talks about Austin. Doesn't like him. Austin's music hits. Same thing. They don't like each other. Then all of a sudden, Shane McMahon's music hits. He announces an alliance. And Undertaker music hits. Undertaker stands right beside Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon made a deal with the devil, the corporation, and the Ministry of Darkness. Become the corporate ministry, and all of a sudden, each member of the corporation and Ministry of Darkness stand with Shane and the Undertaker. Paul Bearer, Triple H, the Acolytes, Bradshaw and Farouk, Viscera, Midian, China. But not Bossman because he has a match. But before we get that, we're going to talk about the tag team title match between the Kane and X-Pac versus their friend Billy Gunn, and Bulldog, the New Age Outlaws. So this match was good. It was a good match. Most of these matches on the show were short, but this was the longest match of the night. So, the ending of this match was what led to some arguments between Billy Gunn and Bulldog. So Billy Gunn had X-Pac pick him up like this in the gorilla press, but Kane accidentally shoved Bulldog into Billy Gunn's knee or leg, and X-Pac fell on Billy Gunn, getting the 1, 2, 3, where Kane and X-Pac retained the tag team titles. After backstage, they were being interviewed, the New Age Outlaws, and Billy Gunn was pissed. So he wanted to look for X-Pac. This is what happened later on in the show. Billy Gunn found X-Pac in the locker room, started attacking Billy Gunn. Kane showed up and grabbed Billy Gunn and threw him off X-Pac. Okay. And you know Billy Gunn eventually turned heel a little bit later on in April, May, aligning himself with Triple H in China to see who the real DX is, right? The real ownership of DX. Next we have Big Boss Man versus Mick Foley in I forget what kind of match it was. Big Boss Man was out of the ring. Tess threw him back in, grabbing him from behind, threw him back in. Big Boss was having the upper hand. Big Show comes out to distract Boss Man. Mankind, Mick Foley has the Mr. Socko in his hand, gives Boss Man a medal call, gets the win. Now we have a Bradshaw versus Shamrock match. Bradshaw cost Ken Shamrock the match at Backlash against Undertaker, where Undertaker defeated Ken Shamrock. This match involved a weapon. Shamrock was choking out Bradshaw with it. He gets the win, beats Bradshaw. Next, we have an interview with Doc Hendrick. We all know it's really P.S. Hayes, Michael P.S. Hayes of the Fabulous Freebirds, interviewing the Brood. Doc Hendrick was not having any of it, calling him a gimmick, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, the lights go out, they start attacking Doc Hendricks. And the lights go back on about a minute later, and Doc Hendrick is covered in blood. And you know what happens on Doc Hendrick later brings in the Hardy Boys a little bit later on in the spring, early summer. They feud with the Brood. Next is main event time. This was a short match, but it was first comes out the corporate minister, Triple H and Undertaker. Then comes out the Rock. They attack the Rock, obviously not waiting for Austin. Austin music hits. Triple H goes out of the ring to confront Austin. Austin hits Triple H a couple times, knocks him down, goes after Undertaker. Undertaker's prepared for Austin. This is a solid 5-minute match, but in the end, Austin and Rock won by DQ because the corporation got involved, the corporate ministry got involved, allowing Austin and the Rock to get the win. Corporate ministry was attacking, and then you see the Big Show, Shamrock, whoever, Tess come out to help out Austin and the Rock. Shane McMahon was there. Vince McMahon, that the announce team said left, showed up. Hit Shane McMahon with the chair. Ran to confront Undertaker, who had the chair. Took the chair from Undertaker, but Undertaker took it back and hit Undertaker over the chair with it. Austin got up, was prepared, stunned Undertaker, and Shane McMahon was in the middle of the ring, taunting his unconscious father. Austin was like stalking him like a rattlesnake. Shane McMahon turns around, scared. Austin gives him a stunner to end the first ever Smackdown on April 29th, 1999. The birth of the corporate ministry. So, I hope you like this special review of the first ever Smackdown. Tell me if it was a good show. I liked it. I love this Undertaker's theme music. I think it's my favorite. So tell me what do you think. Like, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you.